Hello, it's Tydrath. You join me on a Thursday evening. I'd love to say it's a classic sort of early summer evening. Well, it kind of is, but it's yeah, horrendous. So I'm going to go for a bit of a run through the village of Newport or Tydrath up into, well, I'm not going to go up the hill today because you can barely see it even, but I am going to go up the road past those sort of houses down into the village of Cilgwyn. Well, not even village, just like a hamlet basically. Down into Cilgwyn. There's a bit of a loop there, so I'm going to loop around that and then head back up and back down. I have no idea how far it is because I don't think I've ever done that specific route. I foolishly forgot my raincoat, so it's going to be, at least I'm not going to be warm. Actually, I am probably going to be warm. It's still quite sort of musky, even though it is like raining. But I do love a rainy run. I quite enjoy like a miserable winter's run. It's odd. But yeah, so hopefully you enjoy, and I'll see you in the next clip. Goodbye.
It was always going to be a good run when just over a K in. Gotta go to the public toilets for a pee. Oh, thank you. Cheers. Very apt that we've got this bad weather, considering it's half term. So I think for the past maybe 6 weeks we've had glorious weather, and this week then it's turned. When I first started running, I couldn't run this hill. I had to walk most of it. It was like my Everest. I think it's actually safer to run here in the darkness of winter because you got head torch and lights and everything. Like as much as I'm in high vis, as you can see there, I think one of them gave me a bit of room. Although funnily, I'll probably be given more room now because we're a bit further ahead of the crest of the hill. At risk of sounding like a top athlete, I had a packet of pork scratchings for lunch. Not for lunch, as in with my lunch. Boy, is it repeating on me on this hill. I do apologise for the lack of talking so far in this video. I've been essentially dying on my ass, I think, and the climbs should level off for a bit now, so hopefully everybody's had a decent week. I've had a challenging one in work, with me being the sort of the yard foreman and sort of absences, and then a brand new lorry just completely refusing to start yesterday. It's been testing, especially as I come across as the bad guy then when I'm asked by customers if they can have a delivery and me saying not a hope. But I'd rather say no than say yes and let them down, is my attitude. Sorry, I shouldn't use you as therapy. So this weekend just gone, I was mesmerised just dot watching people doing the wild horse 200-mile ultra run race. Absolutely bonkers. But it was so sort of oddly addictive, just spot watching. Quite often people comment on my videos about how the sort of hills I end up running are sort of quite testing or mean. And it was sort of, I think it's a conscious decision. Like quite early on in my running, where it was like, where you live, you're gonna have to run hills. And there's two things you can do here. You can either accept it and find a way of enjoying it, or you can just be miserable. And as much as the Goggins negative talk works, I find just looking at a hill and smiling at it and then besting that hill is like the best feeling.
Hello. As you can see, it's a different day. I had to I didn't have to. The battery died on the camera on that run, so it ended up being I think it was a 10 mile in the end, so I think it was like 16.12 or something. It felt good. It was very hilly. It was about 380 odd meters of elevation gain, which is good because I just love hills. As much as I said in that when I first started I was avoiding them, and I made a conscious decision to learn to love them. I like the sort of the personal battle with the hill. So yeah, you join me on a Friday evening. It's been a pretty heavy day, so I ended up going to one of my friends' mother's funeral. So yeah, it's very heavy. So I've decided to go for a little dip. Sorry, I'm just keeping close-ups off, seemingly my nips. But yeah, so I've decided to go for a dip down in Aberyggion. I don't know if you can see it there. Well, you can't see Aberyggion, but you can see Dinas Head. So yeah, I'm going to do a little bit of an outro sort of to this video by a little dip. But yeah, so hopefully you enjoyed what I did manage to film of yesterday's. It was also very rainy, so I haven't actually checked any of the footage yet, but there's probably just water all over the lens and you can't see a thing, but hopefully there's something usable there. Yeah, and see you in the next clip. This is a stunning descent down through the woods. I've said it before, but I think it is my favourite. It's always very quiet because it's a walk. People will avoid it if it's a walk. Yeah. See you in a bit. Goodbye. Hello. Yeah, so that was a dig in Aberystwyth. I'm trying to concentrate on not falling and eating my face into a pebble. And yeah, so hopefully you enjoyed this video. Apologies again for the dead battery yesterday. What a difference a day as well. Hammered it down earlier today. Now it's glorious sunshine and actually a bit warm. Yeah, hopefully you enjoyed it. I'll see you in the next one. To the belly. Bye bye.